Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Boardroom Beats. I'm Amreen Mulla, the Associate Editor at CXO XPERTS, and today we are joined by Mr. Piyush Mistry, the Head of Information Technology at Capital India Finance Limited. Mr. Piyush brings over 2 decades of experience in the IT industry, particularly in the BFSI sector. So today we'll be delving into how BFSI companies are leveraging RegTech solutions to enhance compliance processes and address cybersecurity challenges. Mr. Piyush, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you.
Great. So let's get started right away. Could you start by explaining how BFSI companies are currently leveraging regulatory tech solutions to enhance their compliance processes?
Yeah, so as you know that BFSI is highly regulated with the RBI, and the compliance is the most important role. Okay, here. So as of now, the all the BFSI industries, it should be ensured that they follow the compliance very strictly. Okay,
Mhm.
so of course, so they have to check what all things they are doing, whether it falls under the RBI guidelines. If your organization is regulated by RBI, you have to follow the RBI guidelines. Same applies for SEBI, same applies for IRDA. So all these guidelines has to be followed. So the in current scenario, if this RBI has become so strict that you have to follow the guidelines every time they send some new circular, and that has to be compliant. Okay, it should not be non-compliant, because RBI is watching. Okay, all the guidelines are watching us. So yeah, it is whatever, whether business is happening or not, you should be compliant. So
Mhm.
that is essential.
So that's a great overview here. And when we talk about cybersecurity in particular, like every day there's an increasing digital connectivity. So
Yeah.
what are the, evolving cybersecurity threats that the BFSI sector is facing at the moment?
So see, cyber threats in the financial sector plays the very crucial role here. Okay, because everything is on money. Okay, so there are ample of threats, like ransomware, social engineering, then identity theft, malware, your identity spoof, data breaches. So there are many more, and there are ample of threats. Okay, so the most dangerous and the worrying about the financial sector is that the integrity of financial data, okay, like private records, the private data of the customers, like their all the bank details, okay, all the transaction details, those are very much on the threat, okay, every time. So to overcome from this, okay, there are these all the security officers, okay, who take care of the of the technology from the BFSI, from the cyber attacks. So
Mhm.
they provide the training to the users who are using of the organization, because the most important, the threat are not from outsiders, it's insiders. It's not like intentionally, but unintentionally they will click on some spoof link, okay, by which the system get compromised, and this will get spread across the organization. So the
Mhm.
first is, you should train your employees, okay, give proper training on cyber security awareness, then do the proper assessment, okay, activities. You just roll this activity, okay, every monthly or quarterly or half yearly, whatever your suits. And then apart from that, you have to keep your systems up to date, okay. It should be properly patched, it should have the all the latest patches, it should have all the signatures, antivirus signatures, it should be updated. All your hardware should be of the latest firmware, and if your hardware has become obsolete, you should immediately replace them, because sometimes sometimes the attackers, they just find the loopholes. Okay, so they
Mhm.
can take any system as a target, and they can breach your network or organization data. So for this thing, yes, you should have the up-to-date infrastructure. It should be properly uh, monitored by, by the professionals. Okay, and you should have all the tools who keeps you awake. Okay, when you are sleeping. Okay,
Mhm.
so that is most important.
So when we talk, so like you mentioned, most of these threats are internal. Let's talk.
Majority are internal because it becomes it's not intentionally but unintentionally. If the user are not
Mhm.
aware, they will get one offer. Okay, there is one offer going on, click on this link, and you got compromised.
Mm-hmm. Of course. So these are like some internal issues, but when we look more on the consumer end of it, as per you, what strategic measures should BFSI companies implement to effectively secure, the digital assets for the consumer? So, like, what should the consumer should also do, and what BFSI company should, you know, ask the consumers to do when it comes to these evolving threats?
Okay, so for in that case, you should have the knowledge sharing to your consumers. Okay, like if, like say, if your business is having the app, so that app should be, properly, uh, uh, it should be secured, because those app will be used by your customers who are outsiders. Okay, so and that app should be monitored properly. Okay, you should know what are the risk analysis should be done, okay, of those app which is publicly exposed. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then, and the most and for such thing, this BFSI should also approach the ISO 2001 network, the framework, I can say that. Okay, which has the good amount of cybersecurity standards. Okay, that should be done. And it should, and this cyber and the strategies works on the three pillars of, which is people, process, and policy. Okay, so all these togetherness will create a cyber risk awareness. And of course, your consumer should be updated on timely basis, that, you know like if there are any offer going on, they should first check with the company whether is there any offer, instead of, they get compromised. Because like how we have our internal users, our outside customers are also our people. So we should take care that, our people should take proper they should get the proper guidance. They should aware what is wrong, what is right. We should we should we should encourage, and we should nudge them what the industry is happening. Okay, so like say, these people, process, and technology, this plays a three important role.
Mhm. So that was quite an interesting quote there, people, process, and policies. That was very insightful here. And so, what would you say are the main challenges BFSI sector faces when implementing regulatory tech solutions, and how can these challenges be overcome?
So the main important challenge is this regulatory. Whenever we are going to, uh, whenever there is any compliance thing has come, that it should be adoption first. Okay, what all the because still there are many financial institutions who are using the legacy applications. So that should be replaced with the latest application. Okay, and and all these things, as you know, that the people should aware what all the guidelines says. They should understand, okay, what does the policy wants to tell us. Because as of now, the talent and skill is plays the important role here. Okay, because the because okay, RBI has given this circular that you have to do, but how to do, what to do, that people are not aware. So for that, you should tie up with the vendors who works only on the compliance things. Okay, because they are the people who can guide us, who can tell us that this circular has come, that how to do, what all things you should go for it. Okay, like say there are technical complexity must be there. Okay, because because the RBI has asked that, you should have the standardization of your data storage. But how to do? What is the process mechanism that you should know? Okay. Apart from that, as I said, talent and skill gap. So implementing RegTech is very complex as of now, because there are many tools like, Complinity. Likewise, there are many other tools who are only for the compliance purpose, which keep a track that how much you are compliant, where is a gap. So all those skills you should know, you should have technical expertise in that part. And most important is fraud monitoring system. It should be in place. So like say in the financial institution, the fraud monitoring is must, because anything is related uh, to the currency money. So fraud can happen at any place, not only it can happen outside, inside, anywhere.
Mhm. So, how can BFSI companies integrate their cybersecurity strategies with regulatory compliance to ensure holistic approach towards specifically, say, digital security and uh, regulatory adherence?
So, as I say, this cybersecurity and regulatory works hand on hand. Okay,
Mhm.
both will be in a collaboration. So, like say, it has in the BFSI, this integrity. BFSI is highly regulated as per the other domains. I can say that. Okay,
Mhm.
because first is the data security, then the data privacy. Okay, privacy is most important, and the
Mhm.
financial transactions. These three are the most important in the BFSI sector. So, cybersecurity helps the BFSI organization to comply with the regulations like GDPR, PCI DSS, okay, then the personal data protection, okay, which will reduce the risk of regulatory penalties and the reputational damage. Because tomorrow, if your data is compromised, it is hosted on the dark web. First of all, your organization reputation is gone on toss. And
Mhm.
apart from that, the regulator will find heavy penalty. Okay, because somehow your data has got leaked, whatever the loopholes are there, but you are penalized for that. And integration of cybersecurity and compliance are adhering to these standards, so that, like say, organization must have the establishing the risk policies, like the risk based controls are there. Okay, then this will then the main difference between the security and the compliance is, security is an organization concern which is protecting the assets of your organization. Okay, and the compliance will show that that the organization is in line with the regulators. So that both works hand in hand. They both work together jointly.
Okay. And so, sir, like looking ahead, what future developments do you see in the field of RegTech and cybersecurity for BFSI? Like, do you see there being any emerging technologies on the horizon that could transform the company's management and compliance and security as well?
Yeah, the future of red tech and the cyber security is very bright. I can say that, because right now right now this is the very growing industry. I can say that, because many people, they work on the fintech, they work on the business, but the regulatory technology which is coming up, and the RBI is doing a very wonderful job. I can see that, because they are coming up with the new tools, like say Dux tools, their Dux tool they have introduced. Then they are completing with an ample of tools. So the RegTech is a bright future in the BFSI, as I can say that, because as of now we are doing only 10 to 20%. Okay, because
Mhm.
everything is a manual. So RBI and all these regulators are coming with the AI ML base. So that will helpful a lot, because in that case, the talent and skills what are missing in the people, that will get resolved, because with the AI and ML of the RegTech. So the future of RegTech will more involve the automation, then standardization, and the simplification across the organizations. And this will continue evolve the financial institutions and develop the new products and services which carries the new regulations and increase the, and of course this will be increasing the compliance cost, because now, as I said earlier, that whether you are doing business or not, you have to be compliant and you have to invest in compliance. Okay, otherwise RBI can cancel your license anytime if you are not compliant. Okay, so so with the RegTech and the cyber security, they are strengthening your, I can say they are strengthening your data protection in compliance. And now the financial is on digital age. Okay, everything is digitized, so it is getting more vulnerable also from the cyber attacks and the data breaches. Okay, it can happen. So so financial institutions have to adopt this technology to overcome from these data breaches and the cyber attacks, because everything is online. So of course, RegTech should also become online so that they will save the data of your customers and the most important, the personal data. So this is the great future of RegTech.
That is great, sir. Your insights have been incredibly valuable to us and our viewers also, I'm sure. So, sir, it is clear that navigating the complexities of RegTech and cybersecurity requires a deep understanding and strategic foresight. So,
Yes.
thank you for sharing your expertise with us today on this, sir.
Thanks.
So, to our viewers, thank you for tuning in to Boardroom Beats. We hope today's discussion provides you with a clearer understanding of the critical role of RegTech and cybersecurity in the BFSI sector. Stay connected for more episodes that bring you closer to industry leaders just like Mr. Piyush Mistry here. And I'm Amreen Mulla, signing off.
Thanks, Amway.
Thank you, sir.